All right, this is gonna be our start point right here. The great nerd nomad road trip begins. Okay, so we need to make sure we drive through New York. And then once we get to New York, are there any other big landmarks across the US we want to hit? We'll go through New York just because I want to drive through it. And then we can just like boom GPS to LA. Trying to think if there's anything else like along the way. Like, can we hit Vegas? Maybe go to Vegas? That ends up kind of leaning us north. Maybe we'd go through St. Louis. Oh, that would be cool. Yeah, Grand Canyon, I believe, is this. Yeah. Oh, it would be cool to drive like along the Grand Canyon. This looks like a nice road. Okay. Let's do that. So, okay, we're gonna go through. We'll want to maybe hit up Santa Fe. We'll do Santa Fe. Boom, Colorado River, Grand Canyon. That'll be the move. All right, let's direct ourselves right here. And see where that pulls us. Oh, that has us going around the city, though. So maybe we need to... Let's make maybe first stop Central Park. Because I want to drive through New York. Hello? There we go. There we go. Okay. So we're going to drive to Central Park. That'll put us through New York. Then we'll just GPS straight over to Santa Fe or whatever it was. Maybe we'll go through Amarillo. We'll see. We'll see. You badly need a cooler car for this. I know, this is maybe a weird pick for our big road trip, but whatever, we're doing it anyway. Here goes. It begins. The time is now 4:23. And away we go. And away we go. Don't start off by, with manslaughter. Driving out of Cape Cod, out to New York. God, look at that. There's a helicopter flying over. There's an airplane way up there in the sky. What an absolute vibe. I really hope. Because, like, I don't expect the crew to do it. I don't know. I want big maps again. I just want big maps. I don't know. Like, I want Horizon to, like, pick up this slack. I just don't think that's, like, what they're shooting for. I just don't think that's what they're gunning for. I like big maps, and I cannot lie. It's very true. You guys both typed in like the exact same thing. I love it. I mean, seriously though, like, it turns it into such a feature in its own right. Like, how sick is this? This is unironically, like, this, it's irrespective of everything else about the game. This is just a cool thing to do. And there's so much to see. Like, it's a very dense map. With all things considered. It's a very dense map. Gotta make sure we're not on police watch. Don't want the cops getting in the way of our lovely road trip. Buildings look cleaner. Yeah, so I posted about this somewhere. Oh, look at this cool little town. Where is this, I wonder, that we're going through? Is this supposed to be like upstate New York? Oh, it said New York City that way. Well, like this, even this alone is like a nice little place. I don't know. Car-based Breath of the Wild? Oh, dude. If they... I don't even know how they would merge those more than this in a car game, but... I mean, I can certainly say Breath of the Wild / Tears of the Kingdom are, like, all-time favorite games for me. Like, top 5, maybe top 3. If we can get some of that energy in a car game, I'm all for it. But yeah, I mean, even alone, like, the sense of exploration, of, like, going places, actually finding things that are interesting and worth exploring. There's something to that. Something to that. Look at this little... Oh, I'm gonna slow down here over this nice little bridge. Oh, you can't, dang it. I thought there'd be nice little windows to, like, see a river. I think it was just over a highway. Never mind. Never mind. Are the ads for real things? No. USA Original Store. New original series. Series premiere. That kind of looks like a real thing. Is that a real show? That Path to Glory show? Looks like it'd be real enough. Okay, here we go. Now we're finally coming to, like, New York, New York a little bit. And it's already been, like, 5 minutes. We'd be across the map in Horizon by now. In, like, most any other game. I only had 1. Rena had 2. I'm sorry. I left 1. Malia must have... I'm sorry. I thought you said you were going to bring more home. Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't leave any chocolate milk for my wife. Busted. Busted. It's all my kids' fault, though, I swear. Yeah, tactical blaming kids. I did have one today. And I did give my kid 2. And then I think I heard my mom give her another one. Here we go. Officially entering New York about 5 minutes into the road trip. Is that already Central Park? Yeah. Here we go. Look at that. Our first stop. Central Park. And it actually feels decently big. I would say, you know, I'm not seeing, like, tons of people walking around. And traffic is relatively light. Wait a minute, though. But, like, look at this. First pit stop. I mean, that's kind of chill. You got people hanging out. They might just be, you know, 2D people. Very lightly 3D. But that's something. For 2014, that dude's just booking it. I think he got scared. Yeah, dude. Like that feels right now. Here's what I'll say. Right here, this feels like the size of New York. Obviously it's not. But right here, right now, it doesn't feel like I'm in a small version of New York. Like a mini downsized New York. It just feels like I'm in New York. Like their power of perspective or whatever, their power over the perspective is really good. It's really good. And like this is a pretty major city. Oh, is that Times Square over there? Oh, hold on. Is this supposed to be Times Square? Maybe not. Maybe, hold on, let me turn around. Yeah, this is totally supposed to be Times Square, isn't it? Wait, no, yeah, that was it right there. Yeah, this is Times Square. Oh, how cool. That's fun. They, you know, like it's done up. It's a little bit there. I can tell it's Times Square, you know? Oh, so cool. Okay. Let's get the landmark for it. Presuming that's what this is. Oh, just Midtown. Yeah, I think these are fake ads. I think it's all fake. Bakery. Fairies in 3D. Alright, cool. As a tourist, I'm satisfied. Yeah, same. Alright, let's plot our next course. We saw the two things that you can see in New York. Times Square and Central Park. What else is there to the entire city? I mean, come on. Okay, down to... Let's see, where are we headed? Lake Mead. I think we're going down south a little bit. Oh, I did pass it. Okay. No, it's right here, Santa Fe. So let's see where this waypoint takes us. Oh, not track. Make sure it's on a road, I think. There we go. All right, that is gonna take us... Yeah, not quite through Washington, not quite through St. Louis, but that's okay. We're just gonna get moving. Oh, you're right, Statue of Liberty. All right, that's the one other thing. That's the one other thing. I'll allow that, but we're not gonna see it on our trip. I would imagine it's probably here somewhere. I mean, you know, on the water, but I would imagine it's there. It's like the magic of Disneyland. Yeah, it makes you feel like you're in a different place with optical illusions. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Oh, I'm missing my... Hold on, I got distracted. No, we're not doing the challenge. We're gonna be stuck in New York forever. Continue. There we go. All right, out of the city we go. Oh, yeah, look at that. Oh, wait, did we just go through Chinatown? Wait, really? Oh, I was not paying attention to that. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, like even the smaller stuff within New York. That's so rad. I mean, I guess that's like a major-ish. Yeah, but like different districts or whatever you want to call them. Boroughs. Is that the word for it? Different boroughs in New York. Statue of Liberty is in the game. Sick. Yeah, I would imagine so. Yo, kind of leaving the city here, going across the river. So this would kind of be like over to Newark, I guess. Yeah, because we're headed west. So yeah, I think so. New Jersey, coal state. On our road trip, we got a car part. Let's get that installed while we're driving. Equip. Done. All right, cool. Car just gets better as we go. I love it. Oh, no. Wait, I hit A. Okay, no, I think we're good. I think we're good. Mag just drove past it. Yeah, cool. Should we do a little immersive mode here? While we're cruising. What camera angles do we have? Okay. Pretty good for an interior cam. Good animations. He moves his hand to shift. Do we have more than 90 degrees? I don't know. I could slow down and test, but we won't. All right, back to third person. Oh, wait, hold on. Real quick pit stop, because I want to read this. Is there a way to turn off side activities or remove them? I really hate having to drive off the road to avoid I want to assist someone. World tags, but also turns off normal event icons. That's fine. Yeah, okay, wait. How do I turn off world tags? Mission diary, abilities. Would it be in the map? I don't think so. They're called world tags in the game settings menu. Oh, there it is. If I only knew how to read. Okay, game settings. Display stunt UI, we'll turn that off. Display 3D ribbon, world spots, right? World tags, I'm guessing that's what they meant. Okay, I think that's it. Save options. All right, that means we might not have to avoid those, the skill challenges on the road, which would be nice. Then we can just drive. Thank you for doing that, John. You read my mind. Yeah, I think that should do it. Yeah, okay. Oh, real quick. So I'm seeing here, guys, if this is accurate, which I think it would be, my GPS to get us from where we are now over to Santa Fe says 26 miles. And I think that's probably real distance. I don't think that's like a faked, because obviously if they faked it, it would be like very fake. It would be like hundreds of miles. I think that timing that maths out, because we're still at 26 miles. We're going 120 miles an hour. That math is mathing. So yeah, we can see when we get to the end, we'll do that. When we get to the end, we'll see how long our road trip was in miles. Because just to get, that's like not even the middle of the map, I think. And we're already into the map. That's 25 miles. This game's huge. It is, man, the perspective of this is like all kind of coming together. Ooh, that was a nice corner. That felt fun. Little pigeons flying around. Why play this and not Crew 2 or Motorfest? Lots of reasons. For one, this game has been completely unplayable for the last year. No one on Earth was able to play this game after Ubisoft shut it down like March 2024. That changed literally yesterday. Yesterday was the first day a group of modders released The Crew Unlimited to the world, which let everybody play the game again. So that's kind of the big reason we're playing it right now, is this game has been 100% unplayable. Didn't matter if you owned it, didn't matter if you pirated it. There was literally no way to play this game for the last year. It was just like wiped from history in a way. But a little modding team figured it out and made a patch for the game that allows people to play it again. So that's why we're playing it right now. On top of it, that though, like, this is just a way different game from the Crew 1 or the Crew 2 and Motorfest. I don't like the vibe of TC2 or Motorfest, not nearly as much as this. This is much more serious. It's much more I don't know, realistic, I guess you would say. TC2 and Motorfest are very much more like, I don't know, theme parky, Disney-ified versions of the game. This game takes itself a lot more serious, and I like that vibe a lot more. So yeah. Yeah, I heard the elk too. I heard it like, I can't make an elk sound, but you know. I tried. Something like that. So yeah. Yeah. I don't know. Just because a new game comes out doesn't mean... I know that you're not, like, saying this, but yeah, I don't know. Just because a new game comes out doesn't mean there's no reason not to play the older ones. And this is one of the best reasons ever, because Motorfest has a map that's, like, what? Not even a tenth the size of this? This map is so much bigger. Like, it's not even funny. And even the Crew 2's map is kind of a downgrade from this. They pulled out a ton of landmarks to make the Crew, like, run. Ah, we missed our turn. The Crew 2. So in a way, this is kind of the best crew map. It's kind of the best one. Because TC2 is like, in some ways, this, but just worse. And the Motorfest is just a completely different and way smaller map. So this is kind of like the best iteration of the crew map. Hey, look at that, you got the little boats chilling. Are they actually moving? Yeah, they totally are. What a nice little side road this is. Up along some river. I don't know, I'm sure this is a real river. Trying to think of like what this would be. Yeah, look at that. You got like a big old steamboat kind of thing. What a vibe. I love it. Freddy's Firework Factory ad. Yeah, this is absolutely counting real miles, by the way, for what it's worth. That's a cop. We're fine. We hit the barrier. He's none the wiser. Police watch, whatever. Whatever. Could not be bothered. Speaking of, here's kind of the... Yeah, do they... I hate that they block out the... You can't, like, see the river when you go over the bridges. What a bummer. Oh! Look at this! We even have to stop for a train! Oh! I love this game. That's amazing. All right, off we go. Yeah. This is just a delight. Oh, look at all, wow. Dude, that's a bunch of bulls, it looked like. Bunch of cattle. Yeah, right, Ami? Oh, I can see the St. Louis Arch over there. Oh, cool. Yeah, so we're coming up past St. Louis, I guess. Well, I mean, yeah, I saw the arch. I wonder if we'll get another good view of it. Maybe at the top of this hill? It's like, just saw it over the crest. Yay, I can see it. Yeah, there it is. It looks enormous. Like, it's big. I don't know if it's that big. All right, there we go. We're turning away from it. Bye, St. Louis. We'll see you later. Nice to know ya, I suppose. Oh, we are kind of turning that way. Hector, I just stumbled on your YouTube channel. I was looking up your Horizon 5 and was wondering, are you playing Horizon 5 always with the wheel pedals? No, I'm not. Usually on a controller, yes. I use my sim rig mostly for ACC, LMU, never played arcade-ish games on it. Yeah, no. Oh, we're good. No, I primarily play Horizon on controller. I do think it's fun on a wheel. But yeah, I'm potentially kind of like you on it, where for me, I generally save my sim rig for... Dude, beautiful, by the way. I generally save my sim rig for actual sims. ACC, AC, iRacing, whatever. And then for games like this, where I'm like, you know, playing in third person most of the time, more arcadey, I tend to play them on controller. But genuinely, I do think Horizon 5 is pretty fun on a wheel. It's just, you know, controller is arguably better, and it's certainly a lot more convenient, and I can be way lazier about it. So yeah. I think the landmarks might be real scale. Yeah, maybe. It's entirely possible that if they had to get licensing for the landmarks, which is the case sometimes, we know that from Horizon 5 to a certain degree, is they had to like work with the local government to make sure the landmarks were accurate and everything. So maybe, I don't know, maybe they had to license, you know, the image of the arch in various other places, like Statue of Liberty or whatever. Maybe. In which case they like had to be 1-to-1 scale. Or they just did it for the heck of it. Like, why not? What I'm interested in seeing is the mods the community comes up with. Yeah, I am curious if there will be much of a modding scene to this. I think, I don't know, like I'm curious how much the community is going to rally around this now that it's playable again. Because it, like, you know, again, speaking honestly, the game reviewed fairly mediocre. Like it was a unique game that did some unique stuff. But it was, you know, like it wasn't like everyone's favorite racing game. But I think the perspective on it's so different now. So yeah, it would be cool to see some mods. Would be great to get this performance locked in, speaking of. Also, hip hop, hey, gifting up Hector. Dude, hip hop, thank you, appreciate it. Hector, welcome. Welcome to the stream. From what I've seen on Dustin's video, there is one for reapplying the retro HUD. Oh, nice. Yeah, so do people just like the OG HUD more? I guess I don't have any issues with this one as it stands now. I don't know, it looks fine to me, but maybe the OG HUD just has a little more style to it, a little easier to read, perhaps. I'll have to look up a picture of it. Or the older handling model. Yeah, that's the other thing too is, you know, again, I haven't really played the game since whatever, 2016. I don't remember how the game used to handle. It feels fine as it is. Honestly, my biggest issue is the frame pacing thing. I just want it to be all buttery smooth, and it just isn't. Like, that's the only thing that's bothering me about the handling. It does feel maybe a bit delayed, but that could also be lossless scaling, because lossless scaling will introduce a bit of latency, by my understanding. So I don't know. It could be any number of things, but it feels fine. Like, it's not getting in the way of my enjoyment of the game. That's always my initial bar for handling, is like, does it get in the way of me having fun in the game? And right now, it is absolutely not getting in the way. Yeah, we're doing a New York to LA cross-country drive. Cannonball Rally style, baby. Across the whole country. We started, God, like a half hour ago? Right? We started at 4:23 my time, and it's 4:50. Holy crap. Lackluster. Yes, I'm using lossless scaling because the game has a hard cap of 60 FPS, which is fine. But I'm using lossless scaling to bring that up to 120. The problem is, though, and I think this exists even without lossless scaling, the problem is the game has like weird frame pacing issues or something. I don't know if it has something to do with a game setting or my PC or monitor or whatever. Whoa, vibe shift, damn. This is sweet. Dang. But yeah, I'm getting this like really weird frame pacing situation where it just like the frame rate says it's still 60, but the game just looks really, really choppy. Yeah. So I stopped playing Horizon 5 on Xbox One. Steering delay was unacceptable. Really? Interesting. I mean, obviously I play Horizon 5 on PC. And yeah, playing at 30 FPS, there's gonna be a delay, but yeah, I don't know, maybe. One thing you can try, if you care, swap from normal steering to sim steering. A lot of people feel that the normal steering is too like laggy in Horizon 5, and then they switch to sim steering and they go, oh. So if you never tried that and you like care enough to try, go into the difficulty settings and swap the steering from normal to simulation, and see if that feels any better. But yeah, ultimately, 30 FPS just ain't good for a racing game. It's just, it's not ideal. Not ideal. Yeah, dude, this is sick. We're in like a completely different, I mean, duh. We're in like a completely different place. We made it. We have officially made it to, I think this is Santa Fe. What a vibe. What a completely different energy. I love it. All right, let's plot our next course. There you go. So in what, a half hour, we've made it from here. Well, we've done about halfway. We've gone from there to there. I love that because we haven't unlocked the rest of the map. It's just this little strip kind of showing our road trip. That's awesome. All right, back down to the canyons. Here we go. So let's just set a marker for... Here, we'll take a quick stop on this bridge. That'll be our next pit stop. Set waypoint. Sorry if you can hear my kid, by the way. Seems to be having a tough time. Hello? Waypoint? There we go. That one worked. Okay. Try to get to Phoenix. Is Phoenix in the game? We looked around for it. I don't think we found... I think we found that Phoenix was not there, unless it's like one of these tiny little places. I don't think it would be this... Yeah, it wouldn't be that far east. Okay, off we go. Continuing the trip. I remember playing the crew back then on a very weak PC running at max 30. When I raced against others, they had actual speed advantage because of their better FPS. Yeah. Yeah, that's an issue. That is an issue that still exists today, unfortunately, in a lot of games. There we go. Of course. Oh my god. Kids. Kids, I tell you what. Alright. Quick pit stop. We're on our way. We had to stop at the motel. Dude, look at this view! Okay. I'm sorry. Again, quick pit stop. One of my favorite things about games, and it's a little bit cliche, but is like looking way out there and knowing you can go there. That's always one of my favorite things in video games. Is like, see that big satellite there? It's like, I know I can go there. I can go there. Yeah, it's the Todd Howard meme, I know. Yeah, also tons of people just like walking around. Everyone's just walking into the canyon, I guess. But it is so cool. Like that's such a vibe for me, is looking out there and being like, I can drive out there. I can go out there. I just love that. Also, yeah, real quick, I think Hip Hop brought it up. I'm gonna turn off the the 3D ribbon because I still have the mini map. So we'll go a little more immersive mode. Why not, right? Why not? All right, off we go. The journey continues into the Grand Canyon. We'll get some real canyon driving. Like it's cool because like I feel like I've been here. I feel like I've driven on this road. Now obviously this is sort of a fake road, probably inspired by real places, but like I've done some road trips in this area, and I just like get deja vu a little bit for these places of just like, man, it feels like I've driven down this. That's just cool. There you go. Great. Wait, did they call it Great Canyon? Wait, is it not the Grand Canyon in the game? Hold on. Do they not have the license to use? Does someone own the rights to the Grand Canyon? Huh? Wait. I swear it was Grand... Yeah, wait, no. Okay, wait a minute. It's Grand Canyon here. Is there another canyon called Great Canyon? Is there a town maybe called Great Canyon? That's St. George. That's got to be something that's got to not be a mistake, I would assume. That's just like something I'm not catching. Yeah, the average canyon, the slightly small canyon. Yeah, Great Canyon, 11 miles. That's got to just be a town or something. Ooh, look at this big bridge. Damn. That's a pretty great canyon. Dude, so sick. All right, hold on. Quick photo. I just want to peek down there. Ah, man, that's sick. It feels quite grand. It feels quite grand. All right, back to it. Back to it. Don't mind me, Mr. Police Officer. Just driving on the wrong end of the road. All right, let's get some speed going here. Yeah, Great Canyon still. Again, the airplanes flying overhead just adds more like dimension to the scene. Looked like a big bald eagle flying over there. How American. How absolutely American. Yeah, I do not remember this map just being so full of stuff. Like the wildlife, the trains, boats, planes, literally. Everything kind of feels like on theme, like fits for the location that you're in. They knocked it out of the park with this map. They really did. This is so sick. This is just such a fun experience. Just driving around the country in like an hour. The somewhat adequate canyon. There you go. There you go. Did that? I don't know if, You know what? I'm gonna retract that question because I don't know if I want the answer, actually. Never mind. Forget I said anything. We are presumably going to come up to Great Canyon, wherever that is. I'm so curious if that is just Grand Canyon or if there's a place before that. Yeah, dude, John, that's what's so interesting is, yeah, this game really didn't do that well. You know what's funny? So when I was doing a little bit of research for the video, I found the IGN, I think, no, it wasn't a release trailer. It was just footage of how to fast travel in this game. It was like two people from IGN making a video. Oh yeah, look at that, Great Canyon. It was two people from IGN making a video about how to get around in this game. It was showing off that you could like, oh, you can, you know, just click anywhere on the map you've been and you can go there, or you can use the train system, or you can use the airport system. And underneath that video, the comments about this game were so negative. And you know what it was all about? GTA 5. Everyone was just like, what's the point of this game? GTA 5 does literally everything better than this. What? Why even play this when GTA 5 exists? Yeah. Like, that was the discussion happening around this game, apparently. When it came out, was like, why play this when GTA 5 exists? I think it was just GTA 5 fever. It was the new hot game. Because you gotta remember, this was 2014, which was right around, like, a little bit after GTA 5, you know, kind of depending if you're talking console or PC release, stuff like that. But yeah, that, like, I'd say, like, a decent chunk of the top comments were all just, like, complaining about, oh yeah, this sucks. This sucks. Why just go play GTA 5? Yeah, why eat hamburger when hot dog exists? It was I had to like double take reading the comments of like, wait, huh? What? What? It just, but I kind of get it in a weird way. I don't agree with it, but I get it. But yeah, that, I don't know. We're not gonna do this today, because I don't think we'll have time, but what we should, dude, whoa! Oh my God, is that the Blue Angels? Nuh-uh. Okay, either way, it's some fucking jets. That's sick. Wait, how do I, what's zoom? No, wait, no! No, they disappeared! I guess it was the Blue Angels. We'll never know. What the heck? Oh, I'm so sad. The photo mode like bugs out the airplanes or something. I'm just gonna, in my headcanon, that was the Blue Angels. That's so sick. Either way, even if it's not, that's so cool. Like, the fact that there's, not only is there like one plane that flies around, you know, it's not like, oh, it's one big 747. There's been like biplanes, little Cessnas, that little squad of jets. There have been big passenger planes, big 737, 747, whatever. Like, the fact that there's so many different planes. There they go again. I think I see a little blue and yellow. No, it's not. Okay. Never mind. That still is really cool. That still is really cool. Oh, there they go. They're only there for a moment. Dude, that still is so sick, because I would imagine those probably don't fly over every region. It makes sense. I could be wrong about that, but it makes sense for them to be doing like test flights in this region. But it would make sense for them to be doing that, you know, like over New York. Not as much anyway. So it's like, it's on brand, it's immersive, it makes sense for the location. It's very cool. Woo! Little skids with it. I live in an area often used by jets for training. Yesterday one flew solo. I could hear the intake more than the usual exhaust. No rumble, just whoosh. Yeah, jets are, I don't know. I'm not like a big military kind of guy, but jets are pretty fucking sick. Like, you can't deny. Jets are cool. Like, I don't know, man. And they are loud. You're not wrong about that. I'm like keeping an eye out for him. I want to see him again. I wonder how much stuff like that there is in the game. And again, that's just one of those like the value of exploring kind of things, you know? Love it. Yeah, just go fast, and going fast is neat. Ergo, jets are neat. Yeah, this is a great little road. I gotta say, again, and we're in a stock, well, we're in a lightly upgraded Challenger. And I'm quite enjoying the driving. The lack of grip feels nice. Like the grip to drift transition feels pretty good. I feel like I can, you know, kick the tail out, have good control over it. That's always a thing that is important to me. I think the handling feels good. I would be curious to see what it feels like pre-Wild Run. But yeah, I'm enjoying it as is. Beautiful area, by the way. Absolutely beautiful area. Kind of driving along the gorge or whatever, along the river. Goes up that way as well. This is awesome. This is just awesome. The fact that we've been like in the Grand Canyon for the past, I don't know what, like 5-10 minutes. Again, like their sense of perspective. Oh, there's like a wolf or a coyote or something over there. Oh, that's cool. They did such a good job, like, highlighting the right stuff, giving it the right amount of attention and scale. I think I just saw a jet fly overhead. I don't know. They did a great job. This is what Richard Hammond would pick for an American road trip. Totally. Oh, that was our bridge. That was our bridge, by the way. All right, let's pick potentially our final landmark. Yeah, that was like, okay, so there's Santa Fe, and then we enter the canyon kind of right around here. And then that was just that whole drive. And again, reminder, that's like that little chunk of the map. Like, we have been driving now for about 45 minutes, and we have uncovered a fraction of the whole map. A fraction. All right, with that, though, let's pick our endpoint. Let's go, maybe LAX. Just end at the airport. Or maybe we go up here. What's this? Santa Barbara? Wait, hold on. Is Pasadena in the game by any chance? Orange County. Where would Pasadena be? It's Palm Springs. San Bernardino. Ooh, yeah, LA Observatory would be good. Yeah, Griffith Park. Isn't the observatory at Griffith Park? I think it's right here. Maybe that's where we end our trip. Central Coast. Yeah, I'm going to say... Oh, there's Laguna Seca, Big Sur. Okay, yeah, let's go to Griffith Park. Well, okay, no, that's a dam. Am I thinking like, isn't it like Griffin or Griffith or something like that? There's the Hollywood sign. We could end at the Hollywood sign. Because that's there. Maybe that's a good spot to end. Mulholland Drive. And maybe we'll see the observatory. I swear it's in Griffith Park, but maybe I'm wrong about that. All right, let's go to the Hollywood sign. That's a very appropriate spot to end. That oval in the rectangle. Hold on. Oval in a rectangle. Talking about this? Just a really weird interchange that we're apparently going to drive along. Yeah, what the hell? Topanga. Okay, there we go. Ooh, our road trip's going to take us, hey, right outside of Vegas as well. Sick. Okay, so we get to go through, not through Vegas, but we'll... You know what, actually? Let's do this. Let's take a quick detour and drive down the strip. So let's go... Perfect. Okay. So we're going to detour right up there. We're going to drive through Vegas, and then we'll go back down. Because I want to go through Vegas. All right, off we go. God, this is... I'm having, like, the best time right now. Oh. It just feels like I'm taking a road trip with my buds. This is great. Makes you want to visit the U.S. I'd road trip a couple of states for a month. Sounds like a great holiday. Yeah, a lot of people I know not from the U.S. do like a big road trip across, you know, some chunk of the U.S. And they, I don't know, Magnus, you've done that a few times. People usually have a good time with it. Country doesn't have that small town weirdness that the True. We got some weirdness going on. I don't know, the U.S. Like, for all the, you know, political crap, we'll just say, and the rest of the state of the country, as a place to, like, travel and explore and see, it's a really cool place. And it's kind of cheating because, like, it's enormous. Oh! Whoa! Look at that! 4 of them going dead overhead! Oh my god, that was so sick! That was awesome! One of them even, like, branched off and went a different way. I love this game so much. And that just, like, happened. Oh my god, that's cool. Yeah, it's a massive, diverse country with a ton of natural beauty. Yes. That is a lovely way to put it. And it is one of those things, and obviously kind of to a certain degree everywhere's like that. But it is one of those things where, like, you know, you can go to the West Coast and you will get a completely different experience versus, you know, anywhere else, I guess you could say. I feel like, you know, I don't know. This is maybe, like, not... The U.S., it's a very diverse place. I guess I'll say that. Yeah, it's just a very diverse place. U.S. won the geographic lottery. Yeah. I mean, I'm trying to think of it compared to, like Russia or Asia. Because those are, like, pretty significantly large land masses on a similar, you know, global plane, on, like, a similar longitudinal latitude, you know, similar, like, height. But I feel like, yeah, like, Russia doesn't quite have the same amount of, like, I don't know, you go south. Like, if you're gonna say, like, India, China, obviously a lot of, like, island countries and stuff like that. Obviously, like, there's a lot of diversity there. And it's gorgeous. But, yeah, I still don't feel like it's quite the same amount of diversity as really anywhere else. Like, the fact that this is, I don't know, like a 12-hour drive away from me, that's kind of crazy to me. Because where I live looks fucking nothing like this. And then again, you know, you go from this to, like, Death Valley, and then you go from this to, like, the West Coast, and then even, like, Southwest Coast versus Northwest Coast, like Pacific Northwest, is completely different. I don't know, man. We won a little bit of a lottery there for that. I will say. We got a lot of natural beauty going on. But we are, you know, again, like, it's a huge country, so there's also that. Ah! Did I travel outside the USA? Yeah, I've been outside the US. Yeah. Not a ton. I've been to a handful of European countries. I've been to Japan. I've been to, you know, Canada, Mexico. I've been quite fortunate in my ability to travel around. Certainly a lot of places I'd still like to go. But yeah. So yeah, I've done a little bit of a tour around the globe, if you will. Oh, that was asking chat. Gotcha. Hip Hop says this is what it looks like where you live. I mean, hey, fair enough. It won't in like 20 minutes. Also, quick shout, we're like still in the Grand Canyon. We have now been in the Grand Canyon for like 20, 30 minutes. This is crazy. Like, I love it. And this is just like, oh, there's a little mountain goat or something too. I love it. Yeah, I've never been to Africa. Yeah, what continents have I not been to? Have I been to South America? In my adult life, no. Yeah, I haven't been to Antarctica. I think we can all check that one off the list. I guess Australia. I've never been to Australia. That's kind of, that or New Zealand have always been on my checklist. Like, my wife and I were big Lord of the Rings nerds, so of course we want to go to New Zealand. Yeah, no, the FPS, it's just been bugging. It's just been bugging out. I think it has something to do with, like, traveling a lot. But, But yeah, never been to Australia. Never been to Africa. Never been to Antarctica. And I don't know if I'm in my younger years, I don't think I've ever done anywhere South America. Like I've never hit like the big travel spots, like Brazil. Yeah. Now, I've been to like Central America, not a continent, but a locale. What would you call a region? I've been to a couple islands. Like I've been to the Caribbean. But yeah. All right, so there you go. I have arachnophobia. I'll never set foot in Australia. Dude. Okay. Last night. Oh, speaking of, I agree with you. Last night. So I would say I have like mild arachnophobia. I hate spiders. I really hate spiders. I am scared of larger spiders for sure. But not to like a life crippling, yeah, if someone like told me to pick up a daddy long leg, I'd pick up a daddy long leg. But like I don't want to be anywhere near.
You'll need a raid spec car to go off-road like this.
Any other spider. I really dislike spiders. So I mean, yeah, I don't know if I'm like appropriating the word phobia, but I very much don't like spiders. We'll just say that. Anyway, last night I was laying in bed. I had my light on, but the other lights were off. I think the TV was off. And I was just kind of like looking at my phone, just chilling. And I went to like lift my head and turn off my lamp. And I did that. And I noticed that like when I moved, like I moved my body and, kind of like lifted my head, lifted up my body a little bit. That like this little like mote of dust like poofed up in the middle of the bed. And for a second, I like didn't think anything of it. And then I was like, that's kind of weird. And the lights were, I had turned off the light. I turned off the light out of the corner of my eye. I saw this like little mote of dust, kind of like where my like legs would be, but over the bed. And I was just going to ignore it because I was like, I just thought it was dust. And then I was like, but was it dust? And so I woke up, or like I sat up again to turn on the light, turned on the light, and sure enough, there's a big ol' spider. I say big ol', it was maybe like a ½ inch. There was a spider crawling down from the ceiling, like on a single, thread of web to land on the bed. And I was just like, ah! And my wife was like half asleep. And I was just like, babe, there's a spider on the bed. And so I like quick got up and got out of bed. And I was looking for something to smush it with. Because I'm sorry. I'm not a... Listen, if you're the type of person who saves spiders and puts them outside, all the power in the world to you. That is not a situation where I'm going to do that. If it's not already right by the door, it's done. I'm sorry. Shouldn't have lived in my house. So I'm like trying to find something to kill the spider with, but I don't want to do it with like my shirt or anything like I care about. My wife finds a little bit of tissue paper and she tries to grab it and it falls off of its little web and lands in the bed and gets lost under a fold. And I'm like, no. Like, we are not losing the spider in the bed. I'm going to go sleep on the couch. And so we're like frantically like trying to straighten out the sheets, pull the sheets. My dog sleeps on the bed with us. And so she's freaking out like, ah, and the dog's losing it. And sure enough, moral, the end of the story to get to it, we did get the spider. And I had the heebie-jeebies the whole rest of the night. I kept like looking up at the ceiling, being like, any more spiders coming down? Any more spiders? No? All right. Anyway, to get back to the game, holy crap, you guys, it's Vegas. Ah! Ah! And we're going off-road. Dude! Vegas! What a vibe! Here we are. Looks like Vegas. Feels like Vegas. God, it just feels like enormous. Like this, it kind of feels like we're in like Horizon 1's map, you know? Like a little bit Colorado vibe. I mean, I know we could go over to Colorado. That is in the game, but yeah, it just feels like Vegas. My wife found me frozen in the morning once because a spider had crawled down from the ceiling onto my shirt and I couldn't call out for help. Oh no. She just heard some weird squeaking and came to find me there trying to make noise. Oh, dude. Yeah, I would not be a fan of that. I would not be a fan of that. There have been times where I've considered like, oh, it would be fun to live somewhere else. And I will look up like, what are spiders like here? Like on my trip to Japan. Japan has like these big ass orb weavers. I think they're orb weavers. And I was like stressed about it on my trip to Japan. Cause I was like, oh no, I'm kind of going during like orb weaver season. All right, here we go. I think this is the strip. But yeah. Crosses Japan off the list, right? For the record, I don't think I ever saw a spider there. And I went to a lot of parks and outdoor places. Don't think I ever saw one. Definitely not like a big one. But yeah, if I ever saw like one of those big old, a tarantula anywhere near me, no. And B, any sort of big spider, like what they get in Australia or some, you know, tropical places, I'm out. I'm so done. I'm so done. Dude, this is awesome, by the way. There is a picture. I don't know if I'll be able to find it. Creators, like right here. So when we all got flown out to Vegas for motorsport, I took everybody to In-N-Out, which was like right about there. And then we all took a picture across from, I think this is the Bellagio, is what this is supposed to be. We all took a picture across from the Bellagio. And so there's a photo of like a bunch of the Forza creators, like kind of right here. Fun fact. Fun fact. All right, off we go. Yes, the Borgia, as it's known in the game. Oh. Police watch. Chill, chill. Don't kill people. Chill. Okay. You don't really like spiders, but you hate... Really? You like mosquitoes less than spiders? I mean, I hate mosquitoes, but mosquitoes don't scare me. I guess that's my big thing with it. I hate mosquitoes. They're an absolute nuisance, but I'm not scared of mosquitoes. Like, if I get mosquitoes on me, you know, multiple times a week during the summer, and I could care less. I just go, you know. If I got a spider on me, that's like a, you know? That's a different situation. All right, here we go. Final leg of the trip. Let's do it. I've done this drive, by the way. I've done Vegas to LA a couple of times. 2 or 3 times, I think. Big plane. Oh, shoot. Yeah, I missed it. The plane's all, like, despawned strangely. All right, leaving Vegas. There we go. Mosquitoes are annoying. Spiders elicit an irrational fear. Whoa. Oh, yeah. Nice little smaller Learjet or whatever. Sick. Man, the audio as well. Oh my god, there's a big old, like, coal train up there. Oh, I'm gonna miss it. Dude, look at that. That's not a coal train, but it doesn't even look like it's loaded with anything. But that train is hauling. Yeah, cool. All right, cool. I just kind of wanted to see that. Anyway, back we go. A spider won't bite you. Yeah, but that doesn't matter. The problem is that the fear is irrational. Spiders are just scary. If I had, wait, I'm going the wrong way. Oh, yeah. It wanted me to go down this way. My bad. Hold on. Quick detour on the road trip. Yeah, spiders are icky and scary. Ugh. God, this is so cool. So cool. What a view, honestly. But yeah, I mean, like, I know mosquitoes are worse from like a... Oh my god, wait, yeah, look at that. There's like a AC-130 or something up there. Being tailed by a jet. Wait, dude. Look at that. Oh, it's gone. Oh, it's back. Dude, no, wait, they're doing a mid-air fuel. Oh my god. They're doing like the... that's not an AC-130 that does that. Well, no. Maybe it is. I don't know. Plain people can tell me that. That's so sick. It's doing like a mid-air fuel on the jet. Also, there's like a smaller jet right there. KC-130, is that... Are those the ones that can do the mid-air fueling? God, that's so cool. Okay, yeah, it's not an AC-130, but a 130 series. Okay, yeah. Thank you, plain people. Appreciate you guys. Man, that's cool. That's so cool. I love this game. Dude, we've like seen so much along this drive. So much like unique stuff. Also, yes, that's the point I was moving towards what Dread Metis said. Millions will die from mosquitoes, a few dozen by spiders. Right. So I understand it. That mosquitoes are technically significantly more dangerous than spiders. But I don't care. It's just, oh, there's still, oh my god, there's a blimp! Whoa! Dude! How many different aircraft are there in this game? Holy crap. We've seen like a dozen different flying vehicles. I love this. Well, Fallout vibes there. So yeah, like I get it. Wait, and that's a unique helicopter. That's like one of those, oh no, it's just a different color pattern. Okay. Wait. That has a US, like, what's the name for a helicopter that carries the president? Like there's Air Force One. Is there a Marine One? Thank you. Yeah, dude, I think that's actually Marine One. Like I think that's what that's supposed to be, because it's got the seal on it. What, dude? I'm like baffled by this game. Holy crap. Here I'm talking about like, oh man, how many like unique airplanes are there? Like flying craft are there? And then we just see Marine One flying around. That's so sick. I wonder if you can see that anywhere. Because like technically it would make sense to see it anywhere. I guess more towards DC, and we're nowhere near DC, but yeah, John. Oh my god, wait. Oh my god. Okay. Now, this might not work because obviously in photo mode, I don't know the mod support, and in photo mode, the planes disappear and stuff, but you know how Annie Austin does those videos? I've always looked at those videos ever since I discovered Austin and been like, man, I love this so much. I wonder if there's like a racing game version of that I could do. I think this is that game. I think this is that game, man. If I can do that, yeah, I want to figure out like the flight patterns for all the flying vehicles in the crew. I think that'd be so fun. Like where you can see certain planes. Do they just go in a circle? Do they just spawn around you? Because he did one about the birds in Red Dead, which was an interesting video. He did one about the power lines in GTA. And then I think he did like a follow-up one on power stuff in GTA. Or maybe I'm thinking of Cyberpunk. He did like a waterways or... Oh, he did like an interesting locations one on Cyberpunk. And then I think he followed that up with like a waterways one in Cyberpunk. Yeah, sequoia trees. Yeah. Again, huge vibe shift for the game. Completely different from where we started. We're kind of like lowering in elevation as we go towards the coast. Through the big, I think these woods like have a name. Yeah, giant sequoia forest. So there you go. I don't know if that's what it's actually called, but... Oh, power lines in GTA 4. Yeah, maybe you're right. Yeah. Yeah, where do planes go in the crew? Where do animals go? I love that you can even hear them. You can hear the animals like making noise. You can hear the planes and stuff as they go by. I love this game. This is... What an experience this is. What an experience. Yeah, I missed the hang glider. One of you guys, I think John, pointed out the hang glider. I did not see it. But apparently there's hang gliders. That's sick. God, it's like getting a little foggy. I'm loving this. And it feels like this when you like come down off the mountains towards LA. Like this is kind of what it's like. I just love this. This is so cool. Going back up a little bit. No, hip hop. We have now been driving for an hour. Now, granted, we've taken some breaks. We've taken little pit stops to do some sightseeing, but we started exactly an hour and 10 minutes ago. And we just left Vegas. And we're like in like, I don't know what, the South Rockies, I guess, in the sequoias. Among the sequoia trees. On our way to LA. It says 11 miles to LA. We're going to the Hollywood sign. 15 to 20 minutes, my ass, hip hop. Oh, this is great. Oh my God, dude. Ami, good spot. Yeah, the car's odometer is at 100. I didn't even realize the car in game had an odometer. But yeah, it's at 134.5 miles. Now, obviously, we have done a little bit of driving before this road trip. But that is primarily road trip driving. Yeah, right. Like, I apologize, the crew. I did not recognize your game. This is enormous. Like, holy crap. I hope the community, I don't know what, mod support could look like for this, but if the community can rally around this, like figure out the frame rate stuff a little bit, maybe do some, some visual improvements, not that it needs it, but it could be fun. Handling stuff, add new cars, get the online servers going so you can play online, which we do expect that's going to happen. How fun would it be to do, like, actual Cannonball Rally cross-country? How many people can you play multiplayer with this? I think a crew is max 4, isn't it? I think a crew is max 4 in the game. Do you know if you can, like, have a group of more than 4 players in this? I don't know if anybody remembers. God, here we are. Look at this. And we're still, like, miles away from LA. Coming down off the mountains. Into, I don't know if you call this a valley. That's not really a valley. Big Sur, wine country. Ah! So I was looking at chat at the wrong time. Lost control. Yeah, frame rate has something to do with certain settings. Not sure there's anything I can do about it. Well, is there something... I'm guessing you probably don't know. But I'm wondering if there's a setting I can turn down. Like, if there's something I can do. I'm okay with the game looking a little worse if I can get us, like, a very stable 60. Because that is the only thing holding me back on my enjoyment of this game so far. Is that it's a little bit hitchy. Max 8 players for free drive. Okay. That's not bad. Oh, maybe try 1080. Ooh. Well, I guess maybe we could do 1080 and then upscale it, and that wouldn't be too much of a visual quality loss. This almost feels like we're, I mean, it's not quite, maybe a little LA Canyons? Trying to, like, kind of piece this out. It's a little LA Canyons-y. I don't know if that's what this is supposed to represent, but kinda. It doesn't make it look that worse. Listen, buddy, Sin. I'm a 1440 or die kind of guy. Okay? Don't say 1080 doesn't look much worse than 1440. I don't know about that. I don't know about that. How's this play? Dude, Avatar, yes. As of 2 days ago, the game is playable via a community patch called The Crew Unlimited. If you have this game on Steam, it takes like 2 minutes to get it set up. Go to The Crew Unlimited. Go to thecrewunlimited, like, .com. Download the launcher. Point the launcher to your game install. And then just hit patch and you're golden. If you don't have the game on Steam, there are other ways. There are other methods of obtaining it. But yeah. When are you upgrading to one of the new 5K ultra-wides? I have considered getting the double 4K, like the 8K Samsung ultra-wide, but there's just no GPU that could drive that at a way I'd be comfortable with. So I'll give it a few years. I'll give it a few years. Oh yeah, here's that crazy interchange. I don't know what the hell. Is this a real thing? Because what the hell? Your copy's on Uplay? I mean, if you're comfortable sailing the high seas, there's still an option for you. Just saying. Just saying. Get 8K so you can play 2010 games on it, right? Yeah, I legitimately did think about it, like, all right, if I get a 5090 and buy the double 4K monitor, then maybe I can do it. But that's, you know, that's like $3,000 or $4,000 for what, you know? Like, for what? All right, here we go. We should, any like crest around here should kind of pop us in with a view of LA, I think. We're sort of like north-northeast at the moment, I believe. Oh yeah, there it is. There it is. Yeah, I think we're gonna see it coming up. It's gonna be a little rainy, but that's okay. Yeah, and if the 5090 doesn't burn its power connector to a crisp, right? Oh, whoops, we missed the turn up here. Wait, it's just saying go this way. All right, deal, GPS, you got it. Handled it like a champ. There we go. Bought the 1440p monitor when you still had a 1660 Super and bought a 4070 a year later. Yep. Yep. I mean, yeah, I'm on a 4080 Super. And, like, I'm still hungry for more frames in a lot of games. Just because, unfortunately, a lot of stuff's not very well optimized these days. Unfortunately. Okay, wait, we should be. Hold on, we should be right about there. Yeah, it's just over the hill. Okay, okay, hold on. Let's off-road it a little bit. Avatar, yeah, there's apparently some... It's not that I'm struggling to run it. The game says it's, like, locked at 60. The game says it's locked at 60. But there's some setting or something where it's, like, messing with the frame pacing, and it's being weird. So I don't know if it's, like, an optimization thing or what, but yeah, something's weird about it. Translate up. Oh, it's moving very slowly. How much free cam are we gonna have access to here? Oh, not much. That's all we get. No! Hey, there's LA! There it is! Alright, let's drive around. Let's drive around to it. How do I do the back to the road? There we go. Oh, that, yeah, a lot of help that was. Hold on. That's my Los Santos home, heck yeah. Maze Bank Tower. I don't think I can change the weather, no. Oh, it does, maybe the sun's coming out. Oh, look at that, dude. Yeah, we were like driving away from this. Even that, what a view. What a view. Sick. All right, yeah, let's turn around. You could unlock the sim rate, but it creates an acceleration in game. Yeah, I'm not worried about that. I'm okay with the game running at 60. I don't want to like mess with the physics by turning it up. And again, the game says when it is like hitching and not running well, it still says it's running at 60. So I don't know what exactly is going on. But whatever. Whatever. We'll see. Maybe something fixes it. Yeah, Sin seems to think it's a resolution. We can certainly try. I just want to get a nice view of LA from a mountain. Oh wait, I see the observatory. It's right there. Okay, how do I get there? Maybe through here? Mountains, Gandalf. Yeah, try locking it to 60 in GPU settings. Yeah, that's potentially a good idea. Hey, here it is. Dude, we made it. Look at that. Oh my god. We really did it. You're definitely not supposed to drive here, but you know, whatever. How do I reset? Oh, dude. Oh my god, photo mode has time of day settings and weather settings. Because of course it does. Davey! I knew someone was gonna make up that meme. Was there a jump? Can we jump to to get over there? There you go, dudes. There's LA. There's LA proper. Yeah, that is, oh my god. How cool is this? Let's make nighttime. Yeah, get the vibes. Sick. Yeah, I bet if we drove up there, we'd get a nice view of it. There's the Hollywood sign. There it is. Yeah, nighttime fixes all the issues with draw distance. For sure. What a mood. Look at the moon. Accurate moon, by the way. Dude, that's a high-res ass moon, can I just say. Damn. You're never gonna look that close at it. But that looks pretty damn good. And there we are. Folks! That was... Yeah, they got Pure installed. That was a 1.5 hour drive across the country. A little shy of 1.5 hours. Cape Cod to the LA Observatory. 1.5 hours. And here we are, baby. We made it in the Challenger.